Cal Leggett. I'm a horticulturist, and I get asked that question a lot about how to properly plant a tree or a shrub. One of the first steps before actually planting the tree or a shrub is to identify the correct type of plant that you want to plant in that location. So one of the ways to do that is with a USDA hardiness zone. What that tells you is what kind of temperature requirements that plant needs. Second one would be the light requirements, whether it's going to be in a full sun, a partial sun, or a full shade location. And then also the moisture requirements, whether it's going to be a drought tolerant plant or if it's going to be more of a tropical plant and need a lot of water. All right, before you start digging a hole, for safety reasons, what you want to do is you want to call 811 for utility locates. That just helps you know where your utilities are located in your yard so that you don't accidentally hit a power line or a cable line, anything like that. So it all comes down to being safe when you're digging. Let me walk you through the steps of planting a tree or a shrub. They're identical whether it's a tree or a shrub, just different size hole that you're digging. The first step is going to be digging the actual hole. You want to make sure that you dig that wider, about 1.5 times wider than the root ball. This helps break up the soil and make sure you've got a nice loose soil for those roots to grow into. Then you also want it to be slightly shallower than the root ball, and this just allows for the root flare or crown of the plant to be just slightly above the soil line. Last thing you want to do is plant a shrub or a tree too deep. It can lead to rotting and long-term damage to the plant. All right, next step is to remove the plant from the container. You want to check for any circling roots, and those would be roots that hit the container and they're spiraling around the outside of the root ball. If you have a significant amount of those, you want to cut them off or score the side of the root ball with a knife or shovel. All right, the next step is to place the plant in the hole just to confirm that it is the correct depth and the root flare is just slightly above the surrounding soil. From there, you're going to begin backfilling the soil. You want to loosely pack it around the root ball with your hands. In the case of a larger plant such as a tree or a large shrub, you're going to want to pack it in there and also use a hose to kind of jet it in there and avoid air pockets. The reason why you want to avoid air pockets is it can result in the uneven drying of the root ball, and it can also lead to shifting or stability issues with the tree. For a tree, once you backfill the soil, you want to stake the tree to provide support while the roots are establishing. Mulch should not be applied directly over the top of the root ball. It should only be surrounding the root ball at a depth of about 2 to 3 inches. One of the benefits of mulch is that it helps prevent weed growth and also retains moisture in the soil. Now that your plant's in the ground, you want to continue applying water either through irrigation or by hand watering until your plant becomes established. This applies to drought-tolerant plants as well. They need adequate soil and moisture until they're established. Once your plant becomes established, the watering requirements will be reduced. You just need to continue watering based on the needs of that plant, and now you have a new plant that you can enjoy for years to come.